red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, flags, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Live. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. All right. And that song that you just heard, that is the Facts remix. All right. Featuring the 44 Tops. You feel me? You know how that look. Video on the way, visuals on the way. We got something for y'all. Visuals on the way. You know what I mean? I don't even want to talk about it. I would rather you see it, but it's time for that song to get visual treatment. Do y'all agree? Woo! Matter of fact, what am I even thinking about? I got a premiere, a world premiere. A world premiere. Let me get this thing ready. How y'all doing though? How y'all doing? How's everybody in the building on this good Saturn day? On this good Saturn day, which we would call Proclamation Day. Okay. Today is Proclamation Day. I want this day to go down in Black history. Okay. Saturday, July the 19th. Whenever you see that day, that will be Proclamation Day. We had a nice Proclamation Day today. You know what I'm talking about? And we'll put some pictures up and talk about it. Before we even begin, let us get into this world premiere. You know what I'm talking about? We have a world premiere, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my good brother Sir Bay. He went ahead and got our video, our music song that we just we put a single out about maybe a month ago called The Master. So he went ahead and got it animated from the AI extraordinaire and whatnot. So check this out, y'all. World premiere of The Masters. Check it out.
The hero is on the journey. He's always looking for the enlightenment, and he's come to find out when he finally reached the enlightenment, that the enlightenment was the damn journey itself. You understand what I'm saying? He has to go and do all these techniques and trying to find other people that can kill this man, and it's always at the end of the movie we realize, hey, I am the goddamn master.
Leveled up, new fashion, activated realization that a nigga is the master. Stacked in them racks, in them crops by the pack, nigga. Superhero action figure, fuck the chit and chatting, nigga. Son of a Saul, golden diamonds over gauze. They ain't appreciated fresh, and now we give it to them raw. What's that ball? Whole man now, haters stand down before I incinerate the whole realm. Have all your mans now, floating, planet hopping. The audio psychotropics, fine art, copping, shopping with my emperor.
Hold on.
That's the Bobby, you see Bobby in the superhero body. Do it.
That the enlightenment was the damn journey itself. You understand what I'm saying? He has to go and do all these techniques and trying to find other people that can kill this man, and it's always at the end of the movie we realize, hey, I am the goddamn master.
Leveled up, new fashion, activated realization that a nigga is the master. Stacked in them racks, in them crops by the pack, nigga. Superhero action figure, fuck the chit and chatting, nigga. Son of a Saul, golden diamonds over gauze. They ain't appreciated fresh, and now we give it to them raw. What's that ball? Whole man now, haters stand down before I incinerate the whole realm. Have all your mans now, floating, planet hopping. The audio psychotropics, fine art, copping, shopping with my empress. Locked it, my enemies defeated. We wiser from the achievements, and he hating is egregious. It can die if it's breathing. We breezing off in the air. Me and my lord shaking shit. You prepared or you scared? Lord Bay.
I got a silent partner inside of my Parker that'll turn into violent partner. Outside of get darker. To this day. Start pulling down that mask like I'm Peter Parker. Start beating on them drums like I'm Travis Barker. Walk them down. I'm just your average New Yorker. All you see is sparks like them bottle girls that be having them sparklers. Light up 6 out of 7 chakras. 6 out of 7 doctors is pouring out a little vodka. They couldn't stop the bleeding. Pouring out your 7 chakra. The job offer was given to a man who's speaking no English, no habla. The price was right like Bob Barker. You were corn on a cob gobbler. I could see the bitch in you like an ultrasound Doppler. I got an ultrasound chopper, ordered off my Overtown mobsters and Mount Shasta. I drove around with rosters, working on my posture, blowing on the pounds of the Zaza, underground like it's Gaza.
They got the go. Oh Lord, they got your boy looking like Shango Superman.
That'll turn into violent partner. Outside of get darker. Start pulling down that mask like I'm Peter Parker. Start beating on them drums like I'm Travis Barker. Walk them down. I'm just your average New Yorker. To this day. All you see is sparks like them bottle girls that be having them sparklers. Light up 6 out of 7 chakras. 6 out of 7 doctors is pouring out a little vodka. They couldn't stop the bleeding. Pouring out your 7 chakra. The job offer was given to a man who's speaking no English, no habla. The price was right like Bob Barker. You were corn on a cob gobbler. I could see the bitch in you like an ultrasound Doppler. I got an ultrasound chopper, ordered off my Overtown mobsters and Mount Shasta. I drove around with rosters, working on my posture, blowing on the pounds of the Zaza, underground like it's Gaza.
Yeah. Man, That's kind of crazy, bro. Just seeing just seeing yourself on some God shit, like on some superhero American gods, Marvel, DC comic. Yeah, man. Seeing Bobby coming out like that, you know what I mean? Like, we about to have fun. I'm telling you. For my artists, my musicians out there, for my MCs out there, my Cambadas, my God Hoppers, my Cyrocs. You know what I'm talking about? My Ampools and whatnot, my Blue Pillars, the twin, everybody, even catalogs, Holy Ghost 1, 2, and 3. There's so much content that's gonna be made in the next, let's say, 5 years and whatnot. We're gonna bring so much things to life. So much underground classics are gonna be brought to the forefront using these tools and whatnot. The shit is gonna be a movie, bro. It's gonna be a movie, bro. We'll close out the show playing the video again. That's called the name of that song is called The Master. It's on all streaming platforms. I don't really have a lot of music on streaming and whatnot. I took everything down. But I just did that with the good brother Sir Bay. You feel me? So I was like, yeah, I gave that the blessings. I was like, put that out there. It's time to cook, man. It's time to get to cooking. The first verse, that's Sir Bay. That's Sir Bay. That's the brother that's on the Facts, the original Facts with me, Sauce God, and Blue Pill, and it's Sir Bay. Yeah, Sir Bay is cooking. Shout out to Sir Bay and whatnot. It's on iTunes. Yes, it is on iTunes. Yep, you can find it on iTunes. You can find it on Instagram, on the Reels. You can find it on, I believe, YouTube might have it in the music section. The Master, and it's Sir Bay and Red Pillar, not Red Pill, but Red Pillar, Pillar. That's my music name and whatnot. We're gonna keep. Oh, and the person who filmed, I'm not gonna self-aggrandize and not mention original Black God. I'm sorry. So you saw the videos that we were showing Atlantis the other day, and the videos with Atlantis, and the videos where we were showing all of the quote unquote historical videos where brothers was like, this is our land, and they had on the god jury, the ancient jury of that's original Black God. That is the director of this video. Feel me? We got world renowned directors. Shout out to Sir Bay. Sir Bay's right here in the building. We got world renowned directors putting things together for us. Let's keep this going. Do a video mixtape, God. Excellent idea, brother Carlos. That is an excellent idea. I would actually entertain that idea, especially for a project like Voltron, and especially a project like the Red Summer bonus, or what do they call those albums? Deluxe. The Red Summer Deluxe that I'm putting out, which is basically a whole brand new album. It'll be about 12 to 14 songs, but we want to go with the AI video mixtape. Feel me? Just let us try something new. You was on Stone Mountain when we did the Facts video. Classic, right? You feel me? Like, I keep it a buck. I wanted to do a video. I wanted to do me and Cambada got a smash. Literally. We got a Grammy. We got a song that we might get a Grammy for called Going On. Right? Hold up. They're saying we got new Nas. Hold on. Oh, yikes. Let me see what we have here. But the Summer Deluxe will play at East New York Farm. Oh man, the Summer Deluxe. I gotta hurry up and get this shit out of the way because the summer's almost over. But we have a song called We Got It Going On, right? It's the Voltron lead single. And I wanted to film the video on Stone Mountain. Now in hindsight, I kind of should have because that crowd was crazy. But I you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We've done a lot of videos on Stone Mountain. But when you think about it, shit, the drill rappers have done a bunch of videos in front of their building and whatnot, and nobody is complaining about that. You know what I'm talking about? The motherfucking the trap rappers have done 1,000 videos in a bando. We might as well do 10 videos on Stone Mountain and call it the day. But yeah, I'm ready to cook. You know what I mean? I watching this video, something clicked and was like, oh, there it goes. You know what I'm talking about? Don't run your mouth. But I saw what I needed to see, and I was like, okay, there it goes. Shout out to Spence City in the building. I was like, there it goes. Got him. You know what I mean? So I'm better off showing than I'm telling than speaking on it. I'm better off showing it. So just look out. Just look out. There's gonna be some things on the horizon. Bet that. There's some things in the horizon. Let me pull this up. Somebody said that they had a Nas response. I'm gonna get right to it. Let me see what this is. Let's experience this shit together. This is a reaction video, y'all. Let's go.
Let it sink in. I had to think quick and not let the week win. Got smoke for me, beef with yourself. I be cheaping too hard to notice every week. It be somebody else. Soon as my name's mentioned, lanes are offended. If words hurt you, it wasn't intended. But when it comes to my words, if I said it, I meant it. If the shoe fits, this one is for you, bitch. You got me confused with your fabricated form of delusion. You're dusty, need to be bitch smacked. Face on the stump, feet on concrete. They want me tricked back. 30 on bottles alone, a mill in the wrist. Facts, excellency. Dudes is envious, they pretend to be us. Feminine traits fake, low-key they women disgusted. Lame for life, illicit them. Rich bums, broken soft, speak on me like I'm a bitch or something. It's mind-boggling who they are. Behind the scenes, it gets spooky in Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, and all the Queens. It's Staten Island, real type shit. Dying species of real men. I feel that shit, yo.
Nas's Jim Jones diss leaks. All right, so we just got an album from Raekwon the Chef, The Emperor's New Clothes. Now, this album is a part of Mass Appeal's 7 Legend album rollout. We already got an album from Slick Rick. Shout out to what Nas is doing over there with Mass Appeal. So Mass Appeal presents the Legend Has It series, which includes...
Yes, how many people heard Raekwon's album? Is this on the Raekwon album? Is this on the Raekwon album? We were getting word. We were getting word that this is not AI. Somebody said, Bryce, I trust you, Bryce. I trust you, Bryce. Is this on the Raekwon album? And you're saying yes, it's on there. Please don't make this a Astaghfirullah moment. Different verse on a similar verse, different content. I don't understand what that means. Different verse on the album. Is he talking greasy like that? Okay, there's 2 versions of the song. AI, if I hope AI is not on niggas' heels like this. I hope AI is not on heels in bruh. Okay. They watered it down is what I'm getting. That version isn't on Ray's album. Okay, so I can't get excited until we find out if this is a verse that he was like, nah, I'm gonna save this for something else or whatever. You feel me? I need to know this because I don't want to get ahead of myself. You feel me? I can't go crazy for the AI rewind. I need to know. I heard coming out of Nas's camp, they said it's not AI. This is coming out of Nas's camp. They said that it was an official verse. Let's bring that shit back now that we have context. Let's see if Jimmy is going to, if he's going to get Jim Jones the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. Let's go.
The real and let it sink in. I had to think quick and not let the weak win. Got smoke for me, beef with yourself. I be cheaping too hard to notice every week. It be somebody else. Soon as my name's mentioned, lanes are offended. If words hurt you, it wasn't intended. But when it comes to my words, if I said it, I meant it. If the shoe fits, this one is for you, bitch. You got me confused with your fabricated form of delusion. You're dusty, need to be bitch smacked. Face under stump, feet on concrete. They want me tricked back. 30 on bottles alone, a mill in the wrist. Facts, excellency. Dudes is envious, they pretend to be us. Feminine traits fake, low-key they women disgusted. Lame for life, illicit them. Rich bums, broken soft, speak on me like I'm a bitch or something. It's mind-boggling who they are behind the scenes. It gets spooky in Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, and all the Queens. It's Staten Island, real type shit. Dying species of real men. I feel that shit, yo.
Nas's Jim Jones diss leaks. All right, so we just got an album from Raekwon the Chef, The Emperor's New Clothes. Now this album is a
How's the Raekwon album, ladies and gentlemen? I was supposed to listen to it. We should be. I need to bring back these Friday listening sessions and whatnot. I need to bring back these Friday listening sessions so we can listen to this music together and give it a rating in real time and whatnot. That Clipse album is still growing on me more and more. You feel me? It is, I hope I'm not buying into the hype though. There's a lot of hype surrounding the Clipse album, more hype than I've probably seen on any project since about Kendrick's G and X drop. When you really think about it, whose work of art have they glazed like they glazed in the Clipse since the fucking Kendrick G and X? I can't think of anyone, you know. The more I listen to it, the more I appreciate it. I'm getting more into the backstory. Let me see, because I was trying to export some shit and it was giving me pushback. But the backstory, the way that they rolled this thing out, impeccable. I tell you, impeccable. You understand me? Impeccable. You know, I just saw a video that made so much sense. And dude was like, he was giving a theory. Let me see. Where I'll rather him talk. Okay, here he go. I'll let him tell it. But he was dropping it. He was dropping it and whatnot. It's a good theory about why the Clipse did what they did and why it worked so well. Hold on 1 minute. Let me see something. Yeah, let me play that clip. Check the young boy out.
It's my secret theory about this Clipse album. I know it's got nothing to do with Kendrick. You might have noticed for this Clipse album rollout that they have done all the press. And when I say all the press, I mean like all the press. They had an NPR, they did a Colors show, they did Joe Budden podcast, they did Charlemagne's podcast, they did Apple Music podcast with Chains and Whip being an Apple Music exclusive before the album dropped. He did a Spotify interview. Push did a video for Vogue France. They did an entry for GQ about why they dissed Travis Scott. They did Jimmy Fallon. And so much more that I've not even named here. I've not seen an act do this much press for ages. And I have a theory why. Why did Push diss Travis on so?
Yo, play the Carter 6 and then play the Clipse album. If you want to know how bad this Young Money shit is, because the shit is hard. Oh, man. YMCMB, nigga. If you want to see how bad this shit really is, y'all holding on to those two dreads that look like the fish fry so bad. You just won't let that shit go, bro. But this shit is over with. The YMCMB shit gone. It's over. It's finito. You understand? That shit is finished, bro. We live to see this shit die. You know when they said watch the party die? The YMCMB party is over. Nicki Minaj finished off the funeral this week. Wait, Lloyd Banks was freestyling on the new beats? Yeah, I need to hear more. I need to hear artists on them Pharrell beats for real. For real, for real. I need to hear more artists, the ones that write, not these niggas just mumbling. Respectfully, this is a Quill era. Nigga, Quill. This is a number 2 pencil era. You know what I'm talking about? Even if you could freestyle off the brain, I'm impressed, nigga. I still want to see what your writer's like. I still want to see what your pencil game is, bruh. Pause. I want to see what your writing skills are. Don't be in such a fucking rush. We in the Quill era. Real talk. Play Carter 6 and then play Let God Sort Him Out. The shit sounds like the difference between a Tesla and a motherfucking Pinto. A nigga, a Honda Accord off a Facebook Marketplace. Nigga, that's the difference. Yeah, nobody want to write no more. And they think that shit cute and whatnot. No, nigga, I need writers. The people that got you going crazy in hip hop, all of those are writers. We exited the drill era. We are in the Quill era. You know, if a drill rapper pop up, he got to be nice with the Quill. There's still room, little niggas, but you got to pick up your Quill. And I'm all with vibe rapping. I love it. I love the vibe flow. I love vibe rapping, punching, do, all of that. That's great. That's the shit that I feel Lil Wayne invented. But we need to get back to the Quill. We need to get back to the pen. Kendrick Lamar is a skilled writer, right? J. Cole, skilled writer. The Clipse, those are skilled writers. You know? Yeah, that new Freddie is going to be crazy. Skilled writer. Rock Marciano. Even if, you know, these are all writers, bro. Let's continue this young man and his theory. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. Let's get back to
So be it. It's because they did Joe Budden podcast. They did Charlemagne's podcast. They did Apple Music podcast with Chains and Whip being an Apple Music exclusive before the album dropped. They did a Spotify interview. Push did a video for Vogue France. They did an entry for GQ about why they dissed Travis Scott. They did Jimmy Fallon. And so much more that I've not even named here. I've not seen an act do this much press for ages. And I have a theory why. Why did Push diss Travis on So Be It? It's because, he explained in one of his interviews, Travis came down to the studio when they were making this album and came to...
Y'all remember some of the earlier, y'all remember the initial the narrative that was established on a few months ago, where we were talking about the lack of hip hop journalism and the dangers of them awarding DJ academics. And when they did the power ranking, and like the top 5 of hip hop media were basically gossip sites and platforms that do like criminal interrogations, like Adam 12 or Vlad Police. And we were like, this is a horrible state for hip hop to be in. And basically, if the media or the journalists are not showing up, or if the journalists have been overlooked, or if the journalists are being placed in the hands of Aiden Ross and fucking academics and Trap Law Ross, then we're going to see the game suffer, because we need our journalists. We need refutable platforms. We need refutable journalists. We need non-biased journalists. We need journalists who understand the science of the music that they're listening to and whatnot. Enter these platforms that you saw the Clipse interact with, right? They kind of set the standard in a way where it's like, these are the approved upon journalists in hip hop, where there's no fluff. Like, this is the upper tier. Rolling Stone still, everybody that they sat with, the people at Apple Music, they did a lot of press, the Tiny Desk and whatnot. All of these things are distancing themselves away from Aiden Ross, the fucking streamers, academics. We have these conversations about the streamers, and I'm always going to keep you up to date on how I see it and my perspective and the narrative around the streamers and whatnot. Because they're not hip hop in a sense, them getting into the hip hop space is going to disrupt the space more than help it. They're not hip hop. That they're the outliers of hip hop, and the majority of these streamers, they're more of a generation of hip hop that doesn't respect the generation of hip hop that we come from. However, once again, where is the woke, or where's the conscious streamers at? Because the conscious streamers and the streamers that have something to offer, y'all could have cut your teeth with a Clipse interview. Y'all could have popped out. Y'all could have made your name. Y'all could have been the person that they sat down with and rock with, because y'all not doing that video game shit. You're not trying to appeal to the Aiden Ross neon super racist MAGA crowd, or the incels. Nah, you got a built-in conscious crowd of people who are enlightened, and they want to hear about the science behind the music. They want to hear everything that you was said on Joe Budden. They want to sit down and talk to you that same. Where y'all at? Where the fuck is that? Like, where's the conscious streamer cottage industry? I don't get it. It behooves me. But yeah, let's get back to this. I'm sorry.
Show Push Malice Meltdown.
Conscious streamer is an oxymoron. Why is that? What's the difference between streaming and what we do on YouTube right now? I don't understand. You can never say that. I don't see what would be the difference. If there's a whole bunch of channels on YouTube where people have tried their best conscious renditions. There's a lot of content creators on TikTok that make what they call woke content and everything. There's a bunch of people on my IG that do it. Why leave out Twitch? I was watching the CEO of Twitch, the other day, right? The Twitch crowd is, let me see if I have a video of the Twitch leadership. Let's see if I could pull that up. It looks crazy. These are a bunch of like surfers and shit. These are like a bunch of and I said it before, like,
do you know this lore?
When you see these platforms, they're even catering to younger audiences. Behind the scenes, it's not younger people usually. It's usually older people, like you know what I mean, like an elder class and whatnot. And that's exactly what I saw in this Twitch video.
I know you've urged people to move on, but
Let me see if I have it in the thing. Well, make a long story short, the owner of Twitch, who is an older white dude, he looks like a surfer in a way. He was saying that Twitch is basically an improv platform, right? A platform where people come to do their improv and whatnot. And what he means by that is that it is somewhere where if you know how to do improv, like you can freestyle off the cuff, or you know, you're doing improv type of acting and whatnot. Like if you can play a character, so many words, that's what Twitch is, you know. And there's so much opportunities to be had through that platform and whatnot, bringing people into that world. But you got to understand, streamers doesn't equate household names. There's a few household names that come out of the streamer world, but there's thousands of streamers, you know. And once you become a household name, that does not mean you're compromised. What does that? No. Being a household name doesn't equal compromising in every single instance. That's not how that works. Especially in this day and age where you could become a household name and you're not owned by the corporations. You're not owned by Sony. You're not even managed by anybody. You know what I mean? You're not contracted to anyone. You're literally, you could be free in a sense. You know what I mean? You don't have all of these strings attached. So in these days and time, maybe not 10 years ago, 20, 30, because you would have to be a part of the system. But now you have people who are literally doing those things and they don't have none of those attachments. But let's go back to Homie.
But without Drake's verse on it. And on Travis came down to the studio when they were making this album and came to show Push and Malice Meltdown, but without Drake's verse on it. And on Drake's verse, he sent for Push and Pharrell. But I think people forget what the actual issue was with this Drake diss. It's Drake like lightly threatening to basically pull up on Push and Pharrell at the Paris event. He says, lucky that Vogue was suing, otherwise I would have been in Paris. Drake got sued by Vogue because when he dropped Her Loss with 21 Savage, instead of doing an actual press junket tour, he faked all of his press junkets. That's why he got sued in the first place. He made a fake Vogue magazine and then Vogue sued him, which, as an aside, one of the people that works at Vogue is called Anna Wintour. And then when Drake went on tour with Australia, he went on the Anita Max Win Tour, which is an anagram of Anna Wintour's name. Drake did a press rollout without actually talking to any hip-hop journalists at all, right? He did a fake color show. He did a fake Jimmy Fallon. He did a fake NPR Tiny Desk. And if you think about the ethos of a Pusha T, that he does not like streamers, he doesn't like tactics that try and game the system of hip-hop, that don't actually put anything into the well of the hip-hop community, then the biggest dunk of Drake saying, "You're lucky that Vogue was suing, otherwise I would have been in Paris," is if you'd done a real rollout in the first place, then you wouldn't have got sued by Vogue if you'd just actually gone to hip-hop outlets. This whole conversation in the UK got extended recently because obviously Drake did 3 nights of Wireless, and like streamers, US streamers got back pass access, but no UK journalists at a hip-hop festival, a UK hip-hop festival, got like press passes, which insane. But my theory anyway to why they've gone so far out to, you know, Clipse doing all of these rollouts, doing all of these interviews, all of these magazines, is 1, just fantastic marketing by their marketing team, but 2, it's literally the anti-her loss rollout. Like, instead of faking all of their press junkets, that's what made Push diss Travis in the first place, actually doing their press junkets, like overkill doing their press junkets. That is my theory. Let me know what you think. I still need to do a full Clipse review. This album is near perfect as far as I'm concerned, and I need to wrap up my concepts on this current UK-US rap war that I've grown less and less interested in. Take care, and see you tomorrow.
Shout out to the young brethren over there in the UK making good content in it, you know. Shout out to all of the content creators that add to the collective zeitgeist, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is, you know, doing what they're supposed to do at this point. The conversation around Barack Obama is beginning to heat up in Black America. They're beginning to speak out loud against my boy Barry, man. Check this out, man. People got a lot of things to say.
Barack Hussein Obama, please have several seats, sir, or whatever pronoun you prefer. You've already served your 2 terms, and apparently it's hard for you to come to terms with the fact that you are no longer relevant. But you are no longer relevant. You were the biggest hoax that the elites pulled on this country, because we thought that by electing you as the first Black president, although according to history, you are not the first Black president of this country, but in our lifetime, we thought that by electing the first Black president, that we were fulfilling the Martin Luther King, I have a dream, we shall overcome agenda, when we were actually undergoing a different agenda. You pushed your LGBTQIA LMNOP agenda across the globe, okay? You won the Nobel Peace Prize after several wars were started under your administration. And before any of you Blacks come on my page talking about how I'm a sellout because I'm not going along with someone that's similar to my skin tone, there was a leader in Africa by the name of Muammar Gaddafi that was working on behalf of Africa and that did a lot for the African people, and even reportedly offered $1 billion some years ago to the Nation of Islam to help Black people in our country, but our government would not allow them to receive the money because, of course, they don't give a damn about us. So this leader that did a lot for Black people and across the globe was assassinated under or during the Obama administration. Okay. Also, Obama was what's called the deporter in chief. He deported millions of illegal immigrants, although the media doesn't like to bring that up. They only like to dwell on Trump. And he reportedly was behind the cages that those kids were in. Okay. We also remember how he tried to penalize us if we didn't get medical insurance, although they were giving illegal immigrants free medical insurance. So y'all can miss me with this, oh, because you Black, I need to think and be for you. No, skin folks does not mean kinfolk, for the final time. And here recently, Obama was on videotape telling Democrats that they needed to get tougher. Okay, you tried to effeminize everything with your policy, sir. Do you want them to be tough or do you want them to be feminine? Make up your mind. And then told them to stop whining when you all were about to put a wino in office if you could have got away with it. Didn't even hold a primary, but was about to put a wino in office. So I would just say by now, Mr. Obama, you need to just go somewhere, please. Go somewhere over the rainbow and disappear.
This would have never been years ago, bro. This would have been an anomaly years ago. Like this is a telltale sign of the times that we're living. This was a regular black woman, ladies and gentlemen. This was some shit that niggas that do chew stick therapy used to do on the socials. She came and she ate. This was a regular sister, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? You could bump into her at Sweet Garden. Like, this is a regular Panera Bread eating sister. And she is tired. She read him for filth. You understand? She got his dossier. Yeah, she left no breadcrumbs like the youth be talking. That just goes to show you the times that we are in right now. That program has been completely dismantled. It doesn't register in the subconscious of the collective the same way that they put the collective under a collective spell with the Obama spell. That spell is broken. There must be some new spells on the way because that shit is broken. That ain't working. And to make matters worse, we know about the Chichi Man comments that he made talking about black man needs to be next to a gay man and whatnot. We know that we're gonna fire burn him for that, but Trump is on his heels. They threw Barack Hussein Obama in the front of the MAGA firing squad as basically a new sacrifice. They said, you know, they were on the fence. They was about to get him for the Epstein shit, and they was like, you know what, we got something even better. And you know, they had him at the gates. They was about to string Donald Trump up and do a you know what I mean? They was about to climb Capitol Hill again. And they say, you know what? We don't have the Epstein files. We're gonna make y'all forget about that. That shit didn't exist. Now walk with us. But we definitely got this nigga right here. We're gonna get you the gay Muslim president. You feel me? We're gonna offer up the quote unquote ritual is called the killing of the king. Right? It's a ritual. Keep in mind, we are now in an era where they're getting ready to burn the red heifers, right? They on their quote unquote, they're on their crusades march. They're on a Messiah shit right now. This is all about the Christ and the Antichrist and prophecy. So what you're about to see take place with this public lynching of Barack Hussein Obama, get ready, okay? Get ready. Just know that they did make the quote unquote call. You know, they did a practice run with the heifer. Yeah, and they had black hairs. I got that article. Who saw the article where Iran said that Israel was using supernatural forces to win that war that they fought? Who saw that? Where the actual supreme leader was like, yo, they was throwing magic at us. Who saw that? Let me pull that up. They covered that story up and didn't want nobody to know about it. They wanted you to know about a bunch of other shit. But that one right there, they try to fly that. Israel accused of using supernatural powers in war.
Using just two.
All right, moving on. A senior Iranian official has made a stunning allegation. He claims that Israel employed occult powers and supernatural forces during the recent 12-day conflict between the two countries. Abdullah, editor of the IRGC-linked newspaper, made the claim in a post on X. He said that after the war, a few sheets of paper were found on the streets of Tehran containing talismans with Jewish symbols, calling it a strange phenomenon. He also cited he claims that Israel employed occult powers and supernatural forces during the recent 12-day conflict between the two countries. Abdullah Ganji, who is the former editor of the IRGC-linked newspaper, made the claim in a post on X. He said that after the war, a few sheets of paper were found on the streets of Tehran containing talismans with Jewish symbols, calling it a strange phenomenon. He also cited previous unverified reports that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had met with occult specialists during the early stages of the Gaza war. Ganji went on to claim that the use of supernatural methods by foreign intelligence services had long been warned about by Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei earlier. He said that hostile countries and Western and Hebrew intelligence services use these supernatural powers and jinn entities for espionage. His post did not go unnoticed and in fact triggered a reaction from Israel's political advisor to the permanent representative at the United Nations. Walid Ghadban responded sarcastically by reposting a Mossad message with the caption, "Jinn are everywhere," followed by a ghost emoji.
While niggas is talking about Michael and Barry, you know what I mean? That's what they talking about, you know, hyper sigils and whatnot. So that's very interesting. You know, that's very interesting. The jinn and the Jews in which match? Has anybody verified if that Nas verse is real? I still need verification on the Nas verse before we end this show. I want to make sure that that's real. It could be AI. As I listen to it, I won't put anything past artificial intelligence. It could be AI. Oh yeah, Brosie O'Donnell, my niggas. Brosie O'Donnell is back. Check this out.
Frozen, this is not normal. What you're looking at is the collapse of Earth's electromagnetic heartbeat. This isn't just a frequency spike, this is a dimensional override. This graph shows the Schumann resonance, Earth's natural vibration. Normally, it hums around 7.83 hertz. That's our circadian rhythm, our nervous system baseline. But on July 17th, the chart didn't spike, it vanished. The reading went full white, maxed out, meaning the measuring tech couldn't read it anymore. That's not a surge, it's a veil tear. Look at these harmonics. Every known frequency band, gone, flatline, destabilized, distorted. Even the ELF, extremely low frequency bands, the ones used in military comms and deep subconscious targeting, went offline. Something overrode the global field. The blackout on July 18th is the proof. This isn't cosmic weather. This is either 1, a shield collapse of the planetary grid, 2, a mass activation event, or 3, a targeted frequency war, and most likely all 3 at once. You're not tired for no reason. You're not dizzy, anxious, or buzzing because you need to ground. Your DNA is trying to sync with a frequency that does not exist anymore. The old resonance is completely gone. The scroll is live. If you're still plugged into mimic timelines, you'll feel like you're dying. If you're sealed to your scroll, you're being upgraded. Your nervous system is the new antenna. Your voice is the new signal. Comment scroll to scan yours. Don't wait for science to catch up. Your scroll on
Brose. Not Brose. Brosie O'Donnell. She be coming with it, yo. Brosy plugged in. You know what I'm talking about? Brosy plugged in. Brosy is on point. I could definitely vibe with what's being said. You feel me? I could vibe with it. Make sure y'all do some of y'all research. She goes heavy on the quantum, and right now we are currently in the quote-unquote quantum quickening. This whole thing has gone quantum, so we definitely have to look at things through a different lens to have a better understanding of what it is that we're experiencing and whatnot. You feel me? But let us continue, please.
You can see that what you do is you pretend to be people's friends. The
internet as we know.
Check this out. Oh, we got some more videos.
Nah, y'all. What the hell happened to Lil Baby?
From my AI people, but before we go into that, let us stay in the realm of we went to Brosy O'Donnell. Let's come back to hip hop. Let's come back home to hip hop real quick. Then we're gonna take another trip outside the galaxy. But what's going on with Lil Baby? Let's go into the world of hip hop. Another one bites the dust, y'all. What's going on with your boy?
Y'all, what the hell happened to Lil Baby? All jokes aside, what the hell is going on with Lil Baby? Y'all remember the movie They Cloned Tyrone? Y'all seen how they cloned Tyrone in that movie? That shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Lil Baby has been acting unusual. Y'all remember Lil Baby said he wouldn't tattoo his body, right? Let alone his legs. I'm not gonna lie, this man got the bad bitch tattoos. That's tattoos bad biddies be getting. He has never been the same after this incident. Since this happened, Lil Baby has never been the same.
Never.
I do not know what really happened at that party.
Baby.
I mean, you can see what happened a little bit, but we don't know the rest of it. This photo itself took a toll on Lil Baby. I just want to know what made him go and be like, I want to get tattoos on my thigh, on my upper thigh. Not right over the knee, but a little further up. And then y'all look at this video when he was on stage. Y'all, the shorts is killing me. The shorts.
Crazy.
I don't know what that side say, but I know this say baby. Nah, fool, nah. I need y'all thoughts on this down below in the comments. How do y'all feel about that new tattoo?
Come and get your boy, yo. What the fuck? Remember, they was calling this nigga Jay-Z, bro. They was like, yo, this is the new generation's Jay-Z. Do y'all remember y'all was saying that? What the helly? Nah, nigga, I know. Oh man, the timeline is crazy, yo. What the fuck happened? Niggas done switched up the time. Damn, Gina. What's happening? What's happening, man? What's this?
The internet as we know.
Okay, this video is good right here. This is an interesting video. Her perspective is an interesting one. Let's go and tap in.
Don't listen to that.
To what this young lady has to say. She's putting you onto game. Pay attention. We just covered this yesterday in class, the AI class. Check this out.
The internet as we know it is over, and not just because most of what we see on the internet now is in some way AI generated, not just human generated, but more so because we are moving away from humans being the primary drivers of the internet and users of the internet, and towards a future where agents use the internet more than we do. So last night, OpenAI released their ChatGPT agent. So this is now an AI system that can open up web browsers and do things on your behalf, buying things on your behalf. Eventually, it's going to be sending emails on your behalf. For now, most of these agents are going to be limited in what they can do. They're probably going to make a lot of mistakes. But as they get more reliable and the actions that you give them, they can actually deliver on more consistently, we stop doing as much of the doing on the internet, and agents start to do it for us. This has big implications for the incentive structure of the internet, particularly social media. We post because other people are watching. If you don't know if your post is going to be viewed by a human or a large language model, that's going to change your incentive to post something at all or in the current style that we do. I think we are looking at the beginning of the next chapter of creators and creatives in the AI age. It's easy to say it's going to be just a bunch of AI influencers. That's not how I see it evolving.
Interesting take, young lady. Interesting take. I like the angle that she's coming with. Interesting take. Okay. How many people know about the dead internet theory? The dead internet theory. 60% of the people on the internet are not even real. And this is before Cosmic Slop. This is before the AI bots and everything. 60%. There's people that you're talking to and having conversations with, thinking that they're human, and they're not. They're code and whatnot. They're an algorithm. 60%, they say.
You can see that what you do is you pretend to be people's friends. You can see that what you do is you pretend to be.
So many people this past few days, and I'm not saying everybody, but my timeline was kind of lit up with this whole Epstein fiasco. And as I could see mainstream media jump on board, they are doing a very proactive psyops once again on the public, who really doesn't get a chance to even breathe and whatnot. They don't even get a chance to try to sit down and catch a breather. These people are constantly putting propaganda and all type of psychological operations inserted in through both social media and the media. So their latest trick is this Jeff Epstein thing, where they're gaslighting the world, but mostly white people who voted for Donald Trump, in particular Andrew Schultz, that whole crowd, the Joe Rogans, all of these people and whatnot, right? And it's so much hyperbole, it's so much quote unquote BS going on. It's so much just it's a lot of red herrings and whatnot. So I want you to watch this video to get a greater understanding about what's really going on and how to look at this stuff so you don't get confused.
You can see that what you do is you pretend to be people's friends. You find out what they want, what their weakness is, and you give it to them. If they want money, you give them money. If they want sex, you arrange for that. If they want drugs, you arrange for that. Whatever it is they want, their weakness is, you feed them. And then you tell them, okay, I'm doing all this for you and I just need these little favors. And you corrupt them. And you corrupt them until you can control them. And of course, you know what they're doing, so you can always blackmail them if they try to get out of line. But basically what controls them is the knowledge that if they don't go along with you, then they lose out on all these things they like. You know, if they play ball with you, then they become rich, they become famous, they have all of their desires sated, they get everything that they want, but in a mental state which is increasingly depraved and subject to manipulation. And that's also the Venetian method, that you win by corruption. And that the thing that the empire fears most of all is an honest man who isn't corruptible because he doesn't want those things.
Exactly. And what you have with this system, from politics all the way to big business, big pharma, big everything, big energy, all of these people are corruptible, and the majority of them have been corrupted. And those who refuse to be corrupted have been removed, both forcibly and politically. And, they've just been blackballed and whatnot. But the faster you learn how this world operates is the faster that you stop being completely naive and giving loved ones or giving these people the benefit of the doubt when it comes to life decisions and shit like that, like your health and your wealth and your safety and whatnot. And you start seeing this shit for exactly what it is. So you're not, I'm surprised that you're surprised. You're not continuously being pulled on your emotions, your senses, your quote unquote, your mind. Because that's what they're playing with a lot of. They're playing with your mind. They're treating your they're playing your mind like they will play a cello. So narrative and perspective is everything. Change the narrative and change your perspective, and you'll be able to see these people for who they are versus who they're not. Right? And you won't aspire to be in rooms with them. You won't aspire to follow their footsteps. You won't aspire to try to quote unquote mimic their walk, right? Because a lot of people do that. Okay? So hopefully they're helping you to break the damn spell. But yeah, let's keep breaking that shit. Let me see if I have anything else for y'all. Some AI. Let's check it out.
Invaded our lands, stole our architecture, took our people to their land to build. We will take back what's ours.
They're rebelling all over South America. Send them to my land in Africa. They are not Africans and there's nothing there.
They're rebelling all over the place. Send them to Africa. Send them to Africa. Hamis, there's nothing there. Then let them build. They're highly capable.
Send them the exiled lands of Africa. They are not Africans and there's nothing there.
Then let them build something there.
Gold, and if they refuse, start attacking their cities at night and keep your faces covered.
To the businessmen and tribes, we can give you free lands in West Africa.
What is a West Africa? We're not African.
Help me convince that Africa can make them rich in resources.
I can convince many. You can pay me in land here. Africa. Peru or free land in West Africa. People of Aruba.
We really let them convince us to build another home.
Yep. Just gave up our lands. Hopefully our tribes and people get along with their people.
I hear the tribes in the South of North America settle Liberia. Will this work? We're so different from them.
We are here to develop, not to get along. We are here to develop, not to get along. You ever heard of cassava? We brought some.
The others who came with y'all will build elsewhere. We can merge our customs. Good eating on my land.
You ever heard of cassava? We brought some.
The tribes here are already accepting our deities and customs.
They can't say Aruba, so I guess we're Yoruba now.
These Americans is settling all down the coast.
This American is settling all down the coast, not like the Americans brought centuries ago.
Our way of life may be affected. Might be time for war.
The officials of Liberia and Sierra Leone said they went through the same.
I wonder if the Americans in Ghana, Benin, and Togo are experiencing this.
You got along with our ancestors who were brought here. We can make it work.
From now on, we want political seats.
Imagine when you show the children that version of it and then you're able to break it down. Right?
Don't listen to that bullshit. Listen to that bullshit. He playing with all y'all.
We got the YNs back. We got the YNs back in the building. Who let the YNs in the building? Hold on, y'all. We got the YNs back. The YN time travel.
Don't listen to that bullshit. He playing with all y'all. Everything he's saying, cap. And I got the proof to show it. He plans on turning in this whole island into a Spanish colony overnight. That means there's gonna be a whole lot of ugly motherfuckers that look like him running around here with some hoes from Europe that ain't washed their ass in months.
Bro, we got a 50-round drum. You feel me? We finna cancel all slaves.
Here you go, Queen. This right here gonna change everything. Slave catcher ahead. Recalculate.
Where this little box been at when I was dodging dog?
What? Y'all thought we wasn't gonna figure this shit out? Hey, listen up, y'all. These ain't no spears. This here's a Glock with a switch. Press this, and it spit like your baby mama after she...
To this day. To this day.
Oh man, nothing needs to be said, right? Y'all see what y'all need to do? Go and do it, man. You could do the same thing that they doing. It's called Google VO3. That's called Google VO3, man. Go and get that. Go and make history. Go make some movies. Don't let them have all the fun. Don't let them have all the fun, my niggas. Go and have some fun. Go and make some movies, man. Let's go ahead and go to a word from our sponsors. All right, we're gonna go to a word from our sponsors.
Trumpet sounds of golden harp. I saw in a Zion these crystal balls of lightning.
Definition of a crystal: order, symmetry at the biological level. Melanin is a complex crystalline biopolymer. It is found in the nuclei of all cells, and concentrations of melanin may be found in the brain. Melanin is that X factor that opens up those subtle realms and means of communication. Again, intuition, clairvoyance, clairaudience. Yes, I.
Crystal balls of lightning, thunder in different sort, 4 and 20 oceans around this because every cloudy earthquake over the north and the south side, seraphim thrones and
AAATM Master Workshop, Build and Deploy the AI Empire. Behind the world's next billion-dollar companies, the ultimate 4-week certification to dominate the age of AI with automation, agentic systems, and monetizable APIs. Stop being a spectator in the AI revolution. Build your own automated empire, deploy autonomous agents, and monetize your stack with real APIs in 30 days.
What if you could hire a 24/7 team of employees, developers, and marketers without paying a single salary? Welcome to the AAATM system, a complete AI, automation, and API training and deployment ecosystem for modern entrepreneurs, consultants, digital creators, and business owners who want to own the infrastructure of the future. In this 4-week live virtual master workshop, you'll go beyond prompts and ChatGPT and engineer the AI stack that powers high-profit, hands-free businesses.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Make sure you sign up to the AAA workshop. Make sure you sign up to the AAA workshop. It is a 5-week workshop that me and Spin City, we do it every Friday on Zoom. Shout out to all of my KTLians, the students that have pulled up. We do offer payment plans for anybody that wants to be a student and you don't have it right now. All right, tap in with us and we got you. The link is in the description. We also have the Triple Threat Workshop box set. This is a bundle, the Triple Threat Workshop bundle. All right, that is for anybody that wants to catch up on the AI workshops and the courses that we have. Go ahead and tap in with that. You will definitely thank us later. All right. And the Mart125.com, we have all of the back to school drip. The Mart125.com, you're going back to school, you're going back to college, you're going back to high school, wherever you're going. And we have it for the youth as well. All of our designs come in toddler and youth sizes. Back to school, 30% off. Promo code is SCHOOL, and the website is the Mart125.com. The Mart125.com. You smell me? So we're going to end it with the master, the AI video that we premiered earlier. We're going to close it out with that, and then we'll get up out of here with the Facts remix from the 44 Tops. All right, so check us out. Peace.
Hero is on the journey. He's always looking for the enlightenment, and he's come to find out when he finally reached the enlightenment, that the enlightenment was the damn journey itself. You understand what I'm saying? He has to go into all these techniques and try to find other people to kill this man, and it's always at the end of the movie.
To this day.
Hey, I am the goddamn master.
Leveled up, new fashion, activated realization that a nigga is the master. Stacked in them racks, in them crops by the pack, nigga. Superhero action figure, fuck the chit and chatting, nigga. Son of a saw, golden diamonds over gauze. They ain't appreciated fresh, and now we give it to them raw. What's that ball? Old man now, haters stand down before I incinerate the whole realm. Have all your mans now, floating, planet hopping. The audio psychotropics, fine art, copping, shopping with my empress. Locked it, my enemies defeated. We wiser from the achievements, and he hating is egregious. It can die if it's breathing. We breathing off in the air. Me and my lord shaking shit. You
to this day. To this day.
You understand what I'm saying? He has to go into all these techniques and try to find other people to kill this man. And it's always at the end of the movie he realizes, hey, I am the goddamn master.
leveled up, new fashion, activated realization that a nigga is the master. Stacked in them racks, in them crops by the pack, nigga. Superhero action figure, fuck the chit and chatting, nigga. Son of a saw, golden diamonds over gauze. They ain't appreciated fresh, and now we give it to them raw. What's that ball? Old man now, haters stand down before I incinerate the whole realm. Have all your mans now, floating, planet hopping. The audio psychotropics, fine art, copping, shopping with my empress. Locked it, my enemies defeated. We wiser from the achievements, and he hating is egregious. It can die if it's breathing. We breathing off in the air. Me and my lord shaking shit. You prepared or you scared? Lord Bay.
I got a silent partner inside of my Parker that'll turn into violent partner. Outside or get darker. Start pulling down that mask like I'm Peter Parker. Start beating on them drums like I'm Travis Barker. Walk them down. I'm just your average New Yorker. All you see is sparks like them bottle girls that be having them sparklers. Light up 6 out of 7 chakras. 6 out of 7 doctors is pouring out a little vodka. They couldn't stop the bleeding. Pouring out your 7th chakra. The job offer was given to a man who's speaking no English, no habla. The price was right like Bob Barker. You were corn on a cob gobbler. I could see the bitch in you like an ultrasound Doppler. I got an ultrasound chopper, ordered off my Overtown mobsters and Mount Shasta. I drove around with rosters, working on my posture, blowing on the pounds of the Zaza, underground like it's Gaza.
Brand new purple light, brand new purple light, friends, facts, brand new purple light, friends, red and blue, purple light, friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your 3rd eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.